The Oscar nominations have just been released recently. I am actually somewhat late to getting to these, but I'm just glad I'm here finally being able to make this video. I didn't do one of these last year, like a reaction to the Oscar nominations. I really don't have a good reason why or good justification as to why that was the case, but I just didn't do one, and so it's cool to actually do one now. Every year that these, award shows come around, and specifically the Golden Globes and Oscars, I sometimes struggle with which one I actually prefer, because I do like the more laid back and relaxed environment of the Golden Globes, which I think I do actually remember mentioning before, and how that it's just better vibes in general. They let people drink and just have a good time. But the Oscars are definitely a bigger deal, really, to put in simple terms. They mean more than the Golden Globes, and I do typically look more forward to who and what is going to be represented at that award show. Yeah, so I'm just really excited to finally actually look at what the nominations are here. I'm just going to be going through the ones that I feel like I do have something to say about, and I'll pick who I think should win. I'm not going to say who I think will actually win, because I know I'm gonna get a lot of those wrong, and my bias just gets in the way too. So I'll just say who I would pick personally, and I'll leave a link to this list in the description if anyone is curious to check it out yourself. I'm not gonna record my screen this time on my computer, because I found recently when I've done these kinds of videos that I've really only shown the parts of my screen recording where I'm sort of just paused on a certain award and different nominations. So basically, I'll just take some screenshots and put them in the video. It really won't make much of a difference, I don't think. But that is enough blabber to me. I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this list. All right, so first we have Best Sound. We have All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, Top Gun: Maverick. This is pretty easy for me. It's got to be Top Gun: Maverick. Yeah, I mean, almost everything with regards to the sound of the movie, the editing, especially the way that all the action scenes were cut together and filmed. I mean, it's fantastic. I didn't love the movie on the whole, but that undeniably was really, really well done. So for sure, I think this should go to Top Gun. Best original score: All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans. For me personally, it would have to go to The Fabelmans. I can see, some of the other ones winning: Justin Hurwitz for Babylon, Sunlux for EAAO. But I would personally pick John Williams. I like that score. Best makeup and hairstyling: All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale. I see why movies like Elvis and The Whale got nominations, because, Elvis, obviously, all this stuff they did with Austin Butler, trying to make him look like Elvis, and then The Whale, of course. I think great job making Brendan Fraser appear the way he does in that movie. But I would actually give it to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I think, once again, just the really general production design of that movie and the look of it, the costumes, the hair, and the makeup, I think, is all very nice. So personally, that's who I would give it to. Best costume design: Babylon, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Yeah, I mean, just like I was saying before, I think it should be Wakanda Forever. Best animated feature film: we have Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Lost Wish, The Sea Beast, Turning Red. I do still think I prefer Turning Red, and I would probably still pick that as best animated feature film. But the more that I think about it, and now that I actually have seen the Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I wouldn't mind that winning at all too, because I think that's a very good movie. So either one of those I think could work. My personal pick would be Turning Red, but I wouldn't be upset either way. Best visual effects: All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Top Gun: Maverick. I don't think The Batman should get it. There were some decent visual effects, but there were also some that I don't think were all that great in that one. I would probably give it to just Top Gun again, because God, all those action scenes, the dogfights were all really entertaining. Best production design: we got All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, The Fabelmans. I would give this to Elvis. I think the team working on that movie did actually do a really good job of setting the time period, obviously a lot of it being in the 50s, 60s, 70s. I think it was all captured well. I mean, I'm surprised Black Panther isn't here. Personally, that would probably be my pick, but yeah, Elvis, I think, did a good job with that. Best original song, we got Applause, Hold My Hand, Lift Me Up, Not To, and This Is a Life. Just want to say, Really happy that I Ain't Worried. Yeah, I think I Ain't Worried by One Republic wasn't nominated. I really don't like that song. But yeah, Lift Me Up I think is good. I like that one, so I would give it to that. Best film editing, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, definitely not Elvis. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Tar, Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, for me, it's definitely Top Gun Maverick here. Best cinematography, All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, Empire of Lights, Tar. Yeah, I think for me, this would be Elvis again. Best original screenplay, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Fablemans, Tar, Triangle of Sadness. This for me is going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once, in my opinion. I wouldn't mind seeing it go to the Fablemans. I think that is a really good screenplay. You know, obviously it being based loosely on Spielberg's life, I think it works well. But yeah, like I said in my Golden Globes video, I just love the chaos and the just insanity that ensues in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And shout out to the Daniels. I think they did a really good job with the script there. Best adapted screenplay, okay, we got All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking. I did actually eventually see Glass Onion and really enjoyed that. Pretty much almost on par with Knives Out for me. Yeah, I think once again, Rian Johnson did a really good job with that script, and especially the turns it takes, you know, kind of about halfway through the movie. Best Supporting Actress, Angela Bassett, Hong Chow, Carrie Condon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Stephanie Hsu. Wow, I'm really happy with these nominations, actually. You know I picked Angela Bassett in my Golden Globes video. I'm happy that Stephanie Hsu was nominated. I think she's great. Jamie Lee Curtis is good too. I wouldn't personally nominate her, but I don't mind seeing her on here. But very happy about Hong Chow. Great performance in The Whale. You know, especially that scene on the porch. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. I mean, just excellent acting. So for me, it's Hong Chow. Best Supporting Actor, Brendan Gleeson, Brian Tyree Henry, Judd Hirsch, Barry, nice. Oh, I'm so happy. Barry Keoghan and Ke Huy Quan. I would still probably lean more towards Ke Huy Quan, but oh, I'm so, yes! Sorry, I'm excited. Wow. Judd Hirsch, excellent in The Fablemans. He's, I guess, I don't know, it's not really a spoiler, but in my review, I mentioned the cameo in that movie, and he was that cameo that I really loved. God, he is amazing in the few scenes that he's in. So I don't know. I mean, Ke Huy Quan, I think overall is the better performance, and there's just more to go off of with him. But I would love to see Judd Hirsch get it too. Best Lead Actress, Cate Blanchett, Ana de Armas, Andrea Riseborough, Michelle Williams, Michelle Yeoh. I would give it to Michelle Yeoh. Just really enjoyed what she did with that character, and really a lot of variety in her performance too, showing off some great emotions in certain scenes, but also, you know, her being Michelle Yeoh doing the stunt work that she's so well known for in some of the action scenes. Best Lead Actor, we got Austin Butler, Colin Farrell, Brendan Fraser, Paul Mescal, and Bill Nighy. I would give it to Brendan Fraser, actually. I do think he is deserving of that award. It's a toss-up for me between him and Austin Butler, but I think I lean more towards The Whale just because I definitely preferred that movie over Elvis. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things that that's kind of how it works out for me. Best Director, we got Martin McDonagh, the Daniels, Steven Spielberg, Todd Field, and Ruben Östlund. I think the Daniels should get it personally. You know, I was actually very happy that Spielberg won because I thought we were sort of past the time of Spielberg actually winning these awards. Obviously, he's always going to get nominated, but, you know, it seemed like we were kind of past the time when he was actually, I guess, winning awards. So yeah, I was really happy to see him win it. You know, because I know how much this movie actually meant to him making it. I know it was a big deal, and I think it was great. I think it's great direction, but personally, I do just think that the Daniels direction was a little more unique. But I do think there's an argument to be made for Spielberg to get it too. But for me, I'm picking the Daniels. All right, guys, it's the big one, Best Picture. Here we go. Here are the nominations: All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Lots of nominations, man. Gosh, it's at 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 10 nominations? Yeah, 10. Counted twice. It's 10 nominations. I think it's too much. I understand they want to, you know, acknowledge and involve films, more films, which I'm not entirely against, I like a lot of these movies getting the exposure that they're getting, but at the same time, I think you gotta narrow it down somehow. Okay, we can't just nominate everything. You guys saw my top 10 movies video, or hopefully you did at least. I'll leave it'll be here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it'll be here is where I'll put the card for the movies video I did, top 10. I'll leave my top 10 albums as well. I think those are good videos, so check them out if you want. But yeah, not to really spoil it or anything, but Everything Everywhere All at Once was pretty high for me. It ranked pretty high, and it's still like that for me. I loved that movie so much and got so much out of the experience of going to see it. And I'm glad that I saw it, because I saw it somewhat late as well, but I was able to catch it in the theater, and I'm really happy to see all this just great reception it's getting, and it actually did do decently in terms of the box office numbers. So yeah, I mean, hell yes to this movie, getting all the awards and getting all the recognition. I think it's incredibly well deserved. I would pick Everything Everywhere All at Once as the best picture. Okay, that is it. I went through all the nominations. There were some that I skipped over because I didn't have much to say about them, but that is all of them for this year's Oscars. I don't have much else to say in terms of a closer for this video. I could talk about stuff I think should have been nominated, things that I think were snubbed, but it's it's always like this with these things, with these award shows. So I'll just say that I was actually really happy with certain things getting nominated here, especially Judd Hirsch, Hong Chow. Really happy for those people to get this recognition. Looking forward to this year's Oscars. Just look forward to see if anything crazy happens again like last year. And I mean, especially for me, that was actually pretty helpful with my channel, because still to this day, the YTP I made, the Will Smith and Chris Rock confrontation, you call it, is like leaps and bounds my most viewed video. And I'm sure probably like at least half of the subscribers I have are because of the amount of views and rotation that video got. So I do actually want to say thank you to anyone that did watch that video, liked it, and subscribed because of it. And I'm sure there's been some people that probably subscribed because of that video and then went to my channel and was like, wait, this guy just reviews things? What? Unsubscribe. I know I'm going kind of off topic here, but I did just want to bring that up. And I do just want to say that I do plan to make another YTP at some point. I don't know when, but I'm not done with those. There will be more to come in the future, at least one more. Just gotta kind of find the right type of video to do it for, and also honestly just motivation, because it is kind of time consuming. Even really those short ones do take a little bit to make. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I would like to know your thoughts on this year's nominations. Are you going to be watching the Oscars? I would bet most of you probably aren't. I get it. I understand it. I get that a lot of people just don't care for those types of events, but I enjoy them. I'm a movie nerd, so I like to see what gets nominated, what gets snubbed. So yeah, just thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good day, good night, good morning, whenever you're watching this, and take care. Peace out.